Hi, I'm Melanie and I work at Madison Public Library and I love books that are in series. I like characters that I kind of grow to love over a number of stories, and there's just something comforting for me about a series book. So, not all series books need to be read in order, and sometimes I really enjoy those too. I just like those recurring characters. But I do love those series where there's an individual story per book, but then that larger storyline that continues over the length of the series. So I am going to get to talk with you over the next couple months about some of my favorite series. Some of them are for adults, some of them you can read or listen to as a whole family, but I just love the series even as an adult. So I'll be sneaking in some of my favorite, maybe children's or tween series as well. But today, for my first series, I would like to talk about the series that Theodora Goss wrote. So her first book in the series was A Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. So what I find interesting about this series, and we have it classified in sci-fi because that is kind of where it belongs, but what really attracted me to this first book and then the rest of the series was that it's a mystery. So The Alchemist's Daughter, you really aren't 100% sure when you start out who that is, but what I really enjoy is that Theodora Goss has taken some female characters from some Gothic horror stories and given them a story. So it's Dr. Jekyll's daughter, Mr. Hyde's daughter, Frankenstein's monster's daughter, and then some other women from some lesser known horror stories in that same time frame. So this first story is kind of setting up the rest of the series as these women meet each other, solve a mystery, but there's still this through line of, what is their purpose? What are they going to do? How are they kind of coming together as a family? So then you get to the European travel for a monstrous gentlewoman. So that has its own mystery, but then it also is moving the entire story of the group of women a little bit further forward. And so then you get to the sinister mystery of the mesmerizing girl. And so this one really is a lot more mystery and a lot less sci-fi. I mean, certainly with the title saying that, but it just is a really interesting way that she nominally wrapped up a trilogy, which I still consider a series, while leaving the door open in case she wanted to revisit these characters and their storylines. So I would recommend this, and kind of why I'm starting with this to begin with is if you like mysteries, if you liked Gothic literature, if you are a classic literature person, if you are a sci-fi person, I mean, technically, possibly if you are a fantasy person, this might be a series that you would really enjoy. And I will also say that it is great as an audiobook. So if you are an audiobook person, I would look into this series as well. So again, my name is Melanie. I am from the Madison Public Library. I love series, and you have been listening to an episode of Series-ously Good Reads. And so we look forward to seeing you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and like this video.